Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and we are back here in our courtroom with Hebert right in front of us. Now how shall we judge him? I mean we all know what we have to judge him. He's our ally and he's a better ally than Henriot ever was, so we will have to acquit him. Danton is judged in a different courtroom, so we can't really aid him. The thing is just that right now an acquittal here would lead to the aristocrats, well, losing it with us and probably ending us. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to balance it here with these small minor cases. Let's hope that it actually works out. Lucien Pons. Suzanne Pons died after having supper with her husband, Lucien, a garrison physician. We discovered that a few days prior to the incident, Lucien had caught his wife in an unambiguous situation and position. I mean, clearly guilty, but there you go. Marie-Paul Jacquard. Marie-Paul Jacquard, the widow of a butler working in the Louvre, wanted to purchase a large amount of gunpowder. During the interrogation, she admitted to planning to blow up the city hall. Well, that's clearly guilty, but at the same time, that's what I thought. Toby Valoton, an infamous thug in his neighborhood, raped and then murdered his former mistress in her own apartment. The body was found by a current lover, who was drinking wine with his friend a few roads away at the time of the incident. I don't know. Alright, okay. This should probably be enough, right? I hope that this will be enough to get us out here. That was a... I mean, obviously I know where this case should have gone, and that's the guillotine, but at the same time, I don't know what the aristocrats wanted me to do there. But we did the right thing for the aristocrats, and there you go. We will be fine here. Alright. Let's read the case. Oh. Compiled by Fabrice Poli. Treason, counter-revolution, and corruption. The accused sitting here today is Jacques Hebert. You probably know him best for his publications in his periodical Le Père Duchesne, in which he tracked and criticized the misdeeds of politicians, aristocrats, and the clergy. Today he himself is the one accused of embezzling public money, treason, and calling on the people to riot. We all know the stories that tell of the poverty Hebert lived in before the revolution. Now his property has grown unnaturally quickly, proven by a sumptuous way of living. We were unable to determine the source of his illegal profits, but citizen Robespierre exerted pressure on us, as you very well know. Next are the accusations of treason and inciting the masses to rebellion. On this matter, evidence was easier to gather. Robespierre paid close attention to Hebert's newspaper because of the letter's uncompromising attacks on deputies of the convention. He accused them of corruption, treason, and even murder, but the language used suggested that his sources were mostly gossip and speculations, masked by the vulgar form he used to make his writings attractive to imbeciles. The defendant has many times underlined that his articles present the point of view and stance of the Paris Commune, which, as we know, is dominated by people unable to read and write fluently. It is therefore more probable that in this way he manipulated them to achieve his own ends. He fueled their agitation to keep in check those who could turn against him. We know very well what the mob is capable of if encouraged. The people of the Commune have also been restless for some time, since life in Paris has now become peaceful and quiet under the rule of law, and it is no longer necessary to catch incidental passers-by and put their heads on pikes. The recent acts of Hebert, who together with Danton has thrown down the gauntlet to Robespierre, seems to confirm that the defendant's pugnacity has a political taint to it. If that is so, we have to ask ourselves why he is willing to sacrifice the good of France for his own private interests, and why he attacks a great statesman like Robespierre. This explains the accusation of treason. So we have accusation of treason, political taint, vulgar, some sort of fork. Fuck, what is it called? Words. You know what I'm talking about, right? You bring it to riots. And then sumptuous way of living, so that's writing. That's 5 things. How many traps will there be? Oh, no traps. Interesting. Treason is obviously an accusation, or counter-revolution, I suppose. Tendency to provoke brawls. A method? Vulgarity of the articles, also methods. Sumptuous way of living is his personality. Politics underlying his attacks is motives. Yes, let's go. And then probably offender's person. I mean, it doesn't matter. We would get it out here anyway. But there you go. There you go. And method. Alright. We got it. We got them all. Introduce yourself, citizen. What nerve, you traitor. Refrain from that attitude immediately. I want everyone to know that I, Jacques Hebert, have been betrayed. At least now we have your personal information. So he thinks we are a traitor? There's a lot of guilty here, you know? Which country gave you the order to incite the people? None. I only serve France. But an open attack on Robespierre when people are dying of hunger in the streets can hardly be interpreted as serving your country. It is because of Robespierre that they are dying of hunger. Besides, you joined me in this attack for the good of France. You see, villainous rascals, you all sing the same song as me when somebody pushes you. If I am guilty, you are no more than the beastly sons of the devil himself. I don't want to do this one because this might lead to... This is difficult. Where did you get the money for such a sumptuous lifestyle? Sumptuous? People need only compare it with the times of my poverty for it to make such an impression on them. A clever excuse, but you both dress and eat better than the common folk and are often seen in the company of dignitaries. Was not the purpose of the revolution to let the poor live with dignity? And I used to be extremely poor once. Citizen Robespierre has accused you of either stealing the money or receiving it from foreign powers. And where is Robespierre, I ask? Sitting in city hall, surrounded by his cutthroats and lackeys, terrorizing the city. He really does throw around the most idiotic accusations. But you admit that you once embezzled public money, which you stole when you worked in a theater. My penance for that has long since been done. I have been converted and put the sins of my youth behind me. I find this case really interesting. But I think I'm just going to not ask any further questions. I'm going to ask this one. Sure. What type of people make up the majority of readers for your newspaper? They are mostly those who are disregarded, overlooked. The poor, the half-illiterate, those who carry the revolution on their shoulders. So your articles were aimed at those who are easily manipulated? I write for people whose minds are not filled with lies spoken by traitors. Those who have not been trapped in the tangled webs of deceit and promised favors. Those who, if required, would be roused to fight against the convention. The honesty and openness that I present in my articles raises me above any suspicions of subversive activity. My readers know me well. Although, did you not lose a case of slander at one time, Hébert? That was a long time ago. Nah. He's gonna say, you know what, we're bros. No. I mean, I think it will say they want me to say yes here because it is an accusation of counter-revolutionary, but like, no. Whose point of view was the defendant showing in his newspaper? Paris Commune. How did the defendant explain his sumptuous ways of living? Yeah. Who was the target of his provocative articles? Anyone willing to read them? I guess. Nah, it was the semi-literate poor. Right? Yeah, sure. Attractive to imbeciles. Alright. I'm acquitting him. Absolutely. Get him out of here. But also, come visit me in my house later, okay? Hébert is innocent. I see no evidence of his crimes. Reason has won. Robespierre will kill us for this. They're in it together, acquitting one another like that. Get out of here. I mean, we are in it together, and, you know, but... let's hope we can deal with Robespierre. But I think we had less of a chance if we didn't do it. Also, let me close the windows. I think you can hear the birds outside. Windows closed. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to the gambling den because we've never been there and I don't want to like not experience the gameplay mechanic at all. So I'm gonna go over here and see what we can do there. Tarnville, I heard I would find you here. It is good to know the judges of the tribunal share the weaknesses of the common folk. Somebody mentioned something here. Ah, right. Well, we're gonna reroll then. It's you and you. Now I get how this game works. Thank you for whoever pointed it out. I forgot your name, but I did read the comment. And I will actually, you know what, when we're done here, I'm gonna heart it. Thank you for explaining the game to me. I won by accident until right now. So let's just play this and hopefully actually win. If you think this will change anything, this did change everything. He's gonna reroll some here. Ooh, and actually benefiting from it. Let's roll the dice. What even happens if we lose? Oh, it's a reputation, isn't it? I'm gonna buy around here. First of all, I'm gonna roll again, I think. Unlucky. Didn't... I was looking for the 6s here. Unlucky. I'm gonna buy around. Do you feel lonely with your addictions? The music is nice though. Absolute banger. Let's roll. Oh, let's go. This is what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna reroll anything. That's good. Oh, that was better. Jesus. Alright, now we need some real luck here. Some real luck hours. Who up? This is not... I could reroll it, but I'm not gonna get the gain that we need. I need it in the last turn. Oh, come on, dude. Alright, we're gonna get this one done. Oh, you fool. Let me just... I just want to go for the full 3 set, okay? Oh, they did it. Oh. You know, it should have given me more points in my opinion, but we did win at the end of the day, so that's fine. Alright, favor unlocked. Ah, so that is how that works. Favors allow you to force the prosecutor to sign your report in court, which may save you from losing a post if you fail to fulfill your duties. Don't need that at all, but thank you. Don't need that one bit. Alright, everybody gonna hate is gonna hate that I went there. Yeah, there you go. I think that's... Yeah, I mean, they don't really lose much. It's so insignificant. Alright, let's do the intrigue. Please tell me we succeeded with whatever we did. We got him, boys. We also got this. Let's go. We also got that. Let's go. He's trying to quench that, really? Interesting. Oh, come on, dude. So he's gonna stir unrest, which is fine with me, I'll be honest with you. There are worse things in life. Come on, man. I'm gonna put you right here. You're gonna get this. Even if they rebel, you think I care? It'll return to my hands eventually. We're gonna get this. And then I'm actually like, what the fuck? Can I just take this over? Can I just take their capital over? Let's try that. I want to see that. Sure. Success. Let's go. Time to send a message that betraying the judge of the tribunal never ends well. Besides, Robespierre will be considerably more exposed now that he has been stripped of the National Guard's help. Let us cut off his military arm. Arresting Henriot. I'm gonna sentence Henriot. Ooh, that's bad. I hope we can just make it here. If we can't make that, then that's gonna suck ass. My goal is to entirely, I tell you, eliminate Henriot. I'm gonna send him to the guillotine. He deserves nothing else. Oh, just minor cases? God damn it. Alright, Omori Jacoud was riding around Paris on his horse late in the evening. A guard patrol noticed that he could barely stay steady in the saddle. It turned out that he was completely drunk. If the horse had been spooked, Jacoud would not have been able to calm it down. I mean, that's... I mean, that dude's not guilty for anything. See, it literally changed nothing. Abeline Lozé. During one of his first patrols, Abeline Lozé, a young officer of the guard, let his older colleagues talk him into firing his musket in the street. Fortunately, nobody was injured, but the bullet reached the storefront and destroyed a mannequin along with the clothes it adorned. I mean, you know... Look. Wasn't good that he shot, but could have been way worse. Barnabé Degré. Officer of the guard, Barnabé Degré, refused to chase a thief who had stolen a chest full of buns from the confectioner. Degré explained that as a young man, he had been shot in the knee with an arrow. Oh, okay. For the Skyrim joke, you're gonna die. Sorry, mate. Too late. Hubert Bernier told everyone in the neighborhood that a detachment of the guard had unlawfully beaten up his brother. He managed to establish that Pierre Bernier had assaulted the soldiers and that they had merely defended themselves. We also found out that the culprit had already been punished. That's not a death sentence, though, is the thing. Antoine Bizet. Antoine Bizet was seen running around with 2 wooden sticks attached to his back. He was yelling something about slaughtering monsters. Several merchants, a smith, and 2 water carriers were injured. Oh, they actually were injured. I mean, he's just insane, I guess. Jean-Luc Mesny. Settler Jean-Luc Mesny has been participating in protests against the increase in the price of bread. He was seen throwing stones at the guard and encouraging others to join him. One of the stones hit a 7-year-old boy standing nearby. The child died. I think it's gonna go against... I think the aristocrats will hate that, though. Still. That's fine. These are good stats, because now I can play around with both of these in favor of the aristocrats. The thing is just, I'm fearing that Henriot will, if I want to destroy him, I will probably have to disappoint the aristocrats, and that will be very, very tough. Word escaped from Paris? Oh, he just disappeared. What did he do? Alright, he's just gone, I guess. Interesting. Why did he escape? He had freedom. Alright, let's go home here. We don't need another favor. Weird choice there. I don't quite get it. I'll be honest with you. Don't quite get it. I think we can do this one more time. Ooh, yes, let's do reading together. Absolutely. There's nothing like sitting with your family and a good book next to a warm fire, even though some may think it is dull. Oh, let's go, boys. We did it. You can, oh, we dyslexic quite a lot, but that is a good balancing act here. That is, now it's actually working out. We can get this done. Right, they could do nothing because there's, I don't know why they even went there, I'll be honest with you. Did we just turn their capital? What did they mean by this? What is this? Alright, so they're gonna turn a lot of things here. There's gonna be a lot of rebellions here, not that I really care about those. Yeah, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. That's fine though. Ooh. You got a new one. You think... No, you can't actually fight him. That's right. I will lower the crowds further over here though. I think, at least. They're fighting. I think... Maybe we do actually want to use any of those. Calm the crowd, grant immunity. No. None of these are useful. Send the Muscadines. The printing house enables actions against the Muscadines. Against the Muscadines and the Revolutionary Patrol. I mean, I guess I'm against the Muscadines. Do I do the nouns? What do I do there? My residence. Spend more time with your family. I guess honestly, spending time with our family is probably the best thing to do here. Because everything else seems just so useless. I want to denounce, I guess. What is this? The revolution will arrest the nearest enemy agent. Ooh, yes, please, actually. I appreciate that a whole lot. You know what? That one is the only good one. So the way I see it, they should arrest the enemy bruiser here. And the way I see it, I'm just going to move you over here. We're going to beat this dude up so that we at least beat one of them up. And then let's take a look at intrigue. Did we succeed, though? Yes, Gabe. No. The fuck. Unfortunately, the old fox managed to elude the hunters. According to my sources, he is looking for members of the Paris Commune that are willing to join in an armed intervention against you. As he was once able to convince you to support him, he will surely succeed. You must react and interfere with his efforts. Let David promise some of them great careers. We must catch every prominent member of the commune and beat them black and blue. Without them, Henriot will not be able to gather enough people. If Ramel has something of the members of the commune, he should use it. Nah. You got it. I think it's gonna be fully... Oh, fuck. Oh, this will fail for sure. Ah, no. Oh, that's terrible. Probably the wrong choice, all things considered, huh? Arresting Robespierre, the time has now come to hunt the greatest predator of Paris. Robespierre has never been as weak as he is now. The people are furious. Let us attack him before he recovers. In order to do so, you must gain the support of the convention since you do not control it yet. Oh, I think we want to lose this. I don't even think we want to succeed with the intrigue as is. And if so, I will replay it off camera. I don't think I want to do all of that on camera. Because we're not going to see anything new. I just have to make better decisions and to get a bit luckier.
Citizens! Deputies!
Oh, let's hold the speech, boys. Let's go. Alright, what do we have here? Withdrawn. Man, I can't fucking remember. Oversensitive. What do we do for withdrawn? Manipulation? Oh, okay, so carelessness is a very weak argument. We're gonna go with manipulation then, I guess. But the rest is good. It's just almost always manipulation, I suppose. Oversensitive. Let's talk.
How many more people have to suffer until we stop this beast? The only thing that matters to him is power.
That's right.
Who could understand your argument? Maybe a sage.
That response, what the fuck? I'm gonna go with manipulation.
Robespierre told me once that terror is nothing other than justice, prompt, severe, inflexible. Do you understand? Such are his views. He sees no other option but flooding France in blood.
We all make
okay.
mistakes. Robespierre is no different. We can still turn him.
Why are they all swaying like this? It's like they're like at a concert. What's going on? What's going on with
I
that?
have long been tracing a scheme among aristocrats led by Clément Renaud. The traitors want to re-establish monarchy in France. What's more, Robespierre is helping them. So I really cannot understand, my dear colleagues, why you'd want to give him a second chance.
That's right. Alright, I think we got this.
I feel sorry for those poor people who fall for Henriot's pretty words. The commander is building an army that will march on the convention. Those miserable souls will die for his crimes.
Alright, at least we got him.
The convention deputies will wake up to the blade of the guillotine. Only then will they realize what should already be obvious. Henriot and Robespierre will attack them the moment they have gathered enough people.
The judge is right.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, intrigue. Let's go, boys.
Who votes for the arrest of Robespierre?
Oh, those are some weird-ass arms, man. Are those humans? Are they allowed to be in Parliament? Let's go. I'm ready.
They are coming.
Oh, now we have to have a battle. I see how it is. Oh, we have artillery? What the fuck, though? Right, okay. Let me just see this. Kind of feel like suppressive fire. Look at this. Hey, that is huge. Yeah, we're gonna go with suppressive fire here. Get him done. Oh boy. Bit dangerous, I will admit. Yeah, let's just see what we can do here. Oh, what is this, entrenchment? Nah, dude, we're gonna do frontline assault. Let's go get him. Oh, versus defense. That sounds bad. Oh, pretty good actually. Yeah. We got him, boys. We got him. Easy money. Only yo, I will not lose against you. You hear me? Let's go. Let's get him out of here. Let us get him out of here. Alright, we succeeded here. We did lose some, but we, you know, had more than 50% survive.
You lost Robespierre. The revolution has turned out to be too much for you.
Damn, I failed so hard in that intrigue and we still succeeded like this? Really? What up, what up? Would you look at that, huh? We can do that. We can get away with this. Dear Alexis, I cannot live with the burden of a sin that I committed unintentionally. There's something that I need to tell you, Alexis. I was involved in little Frédéric's death. What do you mean? I know you were involved. You were tried. Alright, I broke the game. I was approached by people who told me that my son, my only son, had been caught red-handed during his attempted desertion and was awaiting execution. They showed me proof and promised he would be freed in exchange for a detailed description of your family, your habits, your views. I gave them a few seemingly harmless pieces of information and they used them to kill. I did not want this. I've never killed anyone. They did it, yet I'm still haunted by guilt. I cannot continue to live like this, sitting in the same room with you, pretending that nothing happened. I can only hope that one day you will forgive me, and you will understand I was tricked. I have always been your friend. Oh, come on, game. This is... See, this is what I mentioned this earlier, and I actually want to address it here, because I mentioned this, I think, like one episode back, that the illusion of choice is not a bad thing. It can work, you know, it's perfectly fine if they implement it that way. But if I choose an alternative path and they want to route me back into the normal path, they can't just... We had him on trial. We know he did this. Like, I can already tell that this is the event. If you do not win the gambling incident in the villa of Renard, then he will do this. They expected me to sentence him to death, which I completely understand, but I didn't do it. And now what they do is they don't have a route for that, and I'm disappointed. Alright, I'm a bit disappointed by that, I will tell you that much. Henriot is gone. Fell in battle. Perfect, let's talk about this. By Fabrice, so I'm just want to conclude this, by the way. I'm okay with him committing, like, doing what he did there. From a story point of view, I get it, but, like, the implementation is very lackluster. Anyway, let's take a look. We have him, Monsieur le Juge. We have Robespierre. Finally, we can try him for the terror he has brought upon us, for all the accusations of treason, for his dictatorial inclinations. At a time when the government was full of corrupted people, he earned the nickname the Incorruptible. Nevertheless, France has paid a price in blood for his ideals. The law of 22 Prairial, which made it possible to sentence people without a trial, may have been proposed by Couthon, but it was the authority of Robespierre that led to its implementation. The defendant wanted to give himself the means to kill his political opponents, a perfect tool that would prevent them from testifying in court. When Robespierre pointed at someone, they were as good as dead. Moreover, according to a rumor, Robespierre allegedly suggested once while having dinner with Bertrand Barrière that France could benefit by decimating its population. That only a ruined and a thinned out, but ideologically pure society would rebuild France in the spirit of the revolution. Why would Robespierre, a man whose reputation was once irreproachable, engage in such atrocities? Dictatorship, Monsieur le Juge, is our last accusation. We find no other logical explanation than the Incorruptible's desire to gain absolute power over France, which is equivalent to treason. After the defendant's arrest, we searched the city hall and found a seal engraved with a fleur-de-lis, the main symbol of royalist power. Robespierre, the royalist, really? So we have a law, we have a decimating the population, we have him on the throne, and a sigil. Do we have any traps? No traps. Mass murderer. The law is evidence, I would argue. Oh, this is evidence for sure. In that case, this is a method. Absolute power is the motive. And then that says a lot about your personality, my friend. Alright, we got him, boys. And let's just go in. First of all, I ask the accused if he's able to speak. Well, I can't. Monsieur le Juge, everyone here demands that, in accordance with the law, we need only confirm the identity of the defendant and pass sentence without trial. In accordance with the law, perhaps, but is it moral? Let the Incorruptible taste the law he made for others. Are you Maximilien Robespierre? Yes. We can now sentence him to death for his crimes against the people. Let's go. Did you push through the law of 22 Prairial in the convention? To allow the mass murder of civilians? Hard to talk. It'll be even more difficult when they've cut your head off. Not to murder. Then why this criminal and murderous law? For the good. If he says it's for the good, it'll take his head off. I'll take his head off myself. Of France, not yours. Did you long for absolute power? Never. And yet you are known for taking merciless measures against those who... Politics, like here. Politics. We are in the court now. The court is ruled by Themis. Keep the fools thinking that. Give the bastard what he deserves. May I remind you that the defendant's identity has been confirmed and his guilt is obvious. He can be sentenced. I know the law. Prosecutor Tonville. Hurry. Fainting. Do you admit that you are guilty of treason and beheading politicians who are hostile to neighboring countries? Never. No. I cannot look at this traitor. I only serve France, the people. Then why do you have a seal with a fleur-de-lis? Forged, not mine, is trying to lie his way out of this. Which foreign ruler promised you the throne if you eliminated those politicians loyal to the revolution? I removed saboteurs, like you. We'll remove your head. Were the recent arrests a prelude to your decimation of society? He's the devil himself. Gossip. Could never. What kind of man could think of something like that? A monster. To destroy the nation and make place for those who are loyal to him. It is beyond terrible. Not me. Tens of thousands have left their blood on your hands. It is not gossip. You sought to destroy the entire nation. Alright, so I don't know. I don't think, you know, I think the fleur-de-lis may be forged. I don't necessarily think that he cooperated with people there. How did the defendant explain that it was forged? But we need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of Robespierre so that we may stay and remain in power. So a death sentence it is. Robespierre shall never return. Because he will be dead. Guilty. And I will say it again, he is guilty. To the guillotine with him. The end of tyranny. Long live the judge. Oh, we're kind of the real tyrant. Oh, oh. If you think about it. Ratatata. Got him. Sentenced to the guillotine. Damn, that hierarchy is not looking too good anymore at this point, you know? Getting smaller and smaller. Alright, let's hold the speech. You gotta hold the speech when you sentence Robespierre, you know? I'm gonna use one of those. No opinion. There you go. That's fair enough. Future generate. Right, okay. Not cowards. You're not listening to them when they say you cannot read. We've seen this a million times before. Kill this filthy rat and let us get something to eat at least. Wait, are we gonna eat him? I wasn't aware. It's quiet. Not even the animation of the crowd, really? This is bullshit. I hate this. I'm mad about this. Neighbors discovered the body of your mentor, Raymond. He was found hanging in the living room in his apartment. They testified that Devolier had left before dawn when he must have left the letter at your desk, then come back and committed suicide. The neighbors heard him crying, loud sobs that stopped abruptly. His room was a mess. There were a number of half-full glasses of wine and empty bottles with witnesses saying that he had been drinking a lot lately. Raymond Devolier, the person who introduced you to the world of law books and clauses, your mentor and friend, was involved in Frédéric's death. I think I broke the story here. They really did not expect me to give him freedom. They should have accounted for that, seriously. Because, like, there was an argument. I made an argument, I stand by that. I think my points were sound and valid. Now, you can disagree with them, but in their essence, they were valid. Whether they convince you is something else, but in their essence, they were valid. So, I don't know, this is kind of disappointing. And now a different judge shall evaluate his life. Disappointing. Alright, let's take a look at this. Could read, I guess. I want to do something that Mum hates. There you go, this is nice. This is nice. Let's visit the grave again. How nice. This balances out with the two of them here. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Our family now actually kept in balance. I appreciate it. Alright, what's this? What's going on over here? We defeated him. Easy money. They should imprison him, right? Oh, they're moving on. Why didn't he imprison... What? Imprison him. Come on. Get him out of here. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, mate. I'm going to send you right here to take this one over. Kinda want to have you guys fight it out, but we might as well just take things over, right? Wait a minute. Could you go? You can go over there and over there. So I'm going to... No, actually, I'm gonna do this. I will actually send them all over here. Hey. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's take a look at the intrigue. The new convention chooses new committee members. Robespierre's time is over. Now the convention must choose new members of the Committee of Public Safety and deal with the chaos in the city. Your last speech was impressive, and you will surely be able to convince them at least one more time. Unlimited power is at your fingertips. Ooh, there you go. Okay, so I see it didn't end with him dying. The intrigue ends with us actually taking over. Perfect. We do have 5 points that we can use. Can't use the printing house for anything at the moment. Fill in the report, absolutely unnecessary. I think we're just gonna make my family like me more. There you go. Easy money. Alright, let's move on. Let us move on to the next day. Day 15. Act 2. Who's this? Counter-revolutionary rumors. Let's read all of this stuff here. Okay, what do we have going on? Good relationships, position and hierarchy. Let's take a look at the hierarchy first. Wait a minute, we're still in the same place. Rumors. Rumors are going around that you are a drunkard and a gambler. Nothing new. However, people are starting to think less of you. I mean, are they? Counter-revolutionary rumors. The tribunal is... We've already heard of this. And then the friend thing, of course. Look at all of this, Jesus. Ooh, more people. Germain de Stael. Let's read it. Known in Paris. Oh, we've already read this. Who are you? Don't know him. Alright, I will see you in the next episode when we will continue, and we will probably have to acquit him. But you know what? I like acquitting him here is actually very smart because we don't gain anything from the death penalty. We want to acquit him. Alright, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Later, alligator.